do we have a barn burner for y'all today? And I'm Zoob Thompson, joining Cody here at Dusty Plains Stadium, where the temperature's hotter than a branding iron. Today, we've got the Texas Drovers taking on the Oklahoma Beavs in what promises to be the wildest game of frontier football ever witnessed. That's right, partner. The Drovers are saddled up and ready to ride, with quarterback Favor leading the charge and that lightning-fast Mustang Rowdy ready to stampede through any defense. And speaking of defense, listen to those Oklahoma Beavs. Those bulls are snorting and pawing the ground, ready to charge. The crowd is on their feet as both teams take the field. The Drovers mounting their horses, lassos at the ready, while the Beavs line up. And folks, those are some impressive horns on that offensive line. The referee blows his whistle, and we're ready for kickoff. Here comes the kickoff. The Beavs kicker, a massive longhorn named Thunder, sends that pigskin high into the Texas sky. Rowdy catches it at the 20-yard line, spurs his horse into action, and by golly, he's galloping up the sideline like his tail's on fire. 30-yard line, 40. But wait, the Beavs' defense is charging. 3 bulls converge on Rowdy, and they bring him down at the 45. What a thunderous collision. The crowd is going wild. First down and 10 for the Drovers. Quarterback Favor tips his hat to the crowd, adjusts his reins, and calls the play. He's got his trusty lasso coiled and ready to go. The snap. Favor drops back in the saddle, looking for an open receiver, but those Beavs are stampeding toward him fast. Favor scrambles to his left, spurring his horse around the packet. Spots his receiver downfield, and oh my stars, he's lassoing the football. The rope extends 40 yards and lands perfectly in his receiver's hands for a completion. Well, I'll be hornswoggled. That's the fanciest rope work I've ever seen on a football field. The Drovers are now in the red zone, folks, and they're smelling the end zone like a horse smells water. Rowdy lines up in the backfield, his horse pawing at the turf, ready for action. Second down and goal. The handoff to Rowdy. He's galloping toward the goal line. But wait, the Beavs have set up a cattle drive defense. 4 massive bulls form a wall. But Rowdy's horse leaps clean over them. Touchdown, Texas Drovers. Hot digging, dog. What a spectacular play. Rowdy just cleared those bulls like he was jumping a fence back on the ranch. The extra point is good, and the Drovers take an early 7-0 lead. Don't count out those Beavs. They're known for their powerful ground game. The Beavs take possession and immediately show why they're feared across the plains. Their quarterback, Big Bull Bradley, is a 2,000-pound Angus with horns that could pierce steel. The snap, he takes it between his horns and charges straight ahead for 15 yards. Great grasshoppers. That bull just steamrolled through 3 Drovers like they were tumbleweeds. The Beavs are now at midfield and gaining steam. Bradley lines up again, and mercy me, the Drovers are trying to lasso him, but you can't rope what you can't catch. Bradley charges again. 25-yard line. 20. 15. The Drovers finally manage to rope his hind legs at the 10-yard line. What a tackle. Or should I say, what a roping. The crowd is absolutely thunderous. First and goal for the Beavs. Bradley snorts and stamps. He's ready to charge into that end zone. The snap. He puts his head down, horns forward, and bulldozes straight through the Drovers' defense. Touchdown, Oklahoma Beavs. That bull scored like a freight train through a paper wall. 7 apiece, folks. This game is shaping up to be a real corral buster. Both teams are showing why they're the cream of the crop in frontier football. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor. Well, partner, while we're at halftime, let me tell you about something that's caught my fancy. NeverMarriedDating.com. That's right, the world's only dating website for folks who ain't never been hitched. Whether you're a cowpoke looking for love or a city slicker seeking your soulmate, NeverMarryDayton.com is your ticket to romance. Sign up today and find your perfect match. No previous marriages required. Now that's what I call a fresh start.
Well, folks, here's how Frontier football overtime works in these parts. Each team gets a possession starting at the 50-yard line. No time limit. First team to score wins the whole shebang. It's sudden death. Winner takes all, just like a showdown at high noon. That's right, Zoob. And Lady Luck has spoken. The Oklahoma Beavs have won the coin toss, and they'll get first crack at glory. Big Bull Bradley is pawing the ground, steam rising from his nostrils. He's ready to charge into that end zone and put this game to bed. Here we go. The Beavs line up in midfield. Bradley takes the snap and charges straight ahead like a runaway locomotive. 45, 40, but wait, the Drovers have formed a rope wall. 3 cowboys with lassos spread out in formation. Bradley tries to break through, but those ropes are tangled around his legs. He's stumbling. 30-yard line. The Drovers are closing in. Second down and 15. The Beavs need something special here, or their championship dreams might just turn to dust. The Beavs are going to the air. Bradley drops back, but those Drover Cowboys are closing in fast. He throws a desperate pass toward the end zone. It's up. It's high. It's intercepted. No, sir! The pass is incomplete. Third down and 15. This is it for the Beavs. Do or die time. Bradley takes the snap. He's going for broke. He charges with everything he's got, but the Drovers have him completely lassoed. He's down at the 35-yard line. The Oklahoma Beavs have failed to score. Now it's the Texas Drovers' turn. The crowd is on their feet. Here come the Texas Drovers with a chance to win it all. Quarterback favorite tips his hat to the crowd, adjusts his spurs, and checks his lasso. Rowdy is lined up in the backfield, his Mustang snorting and ready for action. First down and 10 at the 50. Favor calls the play at the line. Looks like they're going to test those Beavs right away. The snap. Favor drops back, looking for an opening. He spots a receiver breaking free at the 30-yard line and uncoils that trusty lasso. The rope extends 30 yards through the air and lands perfectly in the receiver's hands. First down at the 20. The Drovers are in the red zone. The crowd can smell victory. Favor brings them to the line again. This could be the moment we've all been waiting for. Here we go, folks. This is for all the marbles. Favor signals to Rowdy. It looks like they're going for the famous lasso play. The crowd is deafening. Rowdy breaks to the right, his horse galloping toward the corner of the end zone. The Beavs are charging hard. The snap. Favor drops back. The Bulls are charging. Rowdy cuts toward the goal line. Favor winds up that lasso and holy smoking saddles! He throws the most beautiful lasso pass you ever did see. The rope sails 20 yards through the air. Rowdy catches it. Touchdown, Texas Drovers. Great galloping grasshoppers. Favor just lassoed Rowdy into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. I've never seen anything like it. The crowd has gone absolutely wild. The Texas Drovers have won it in overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the most spectacular finish in Frontier football history. Favor's lasso pass to Rowdy will be talked about in saloons and around campfires for generations to come. The Texas Drovers have captured the championship with that magnificent display of cowboy football. The final score here at Dusty Plain Stadium, Texas Drovers 20, Oklahoma Beavs 14. What an absolute barn burner of a game.
Texas Drovers versus Oklahoma Beavs, Imaginary Football League. Grab your boots and your beef jerky.
Golden arm and Rowdy's lightning speed that rustled up the victory. From all of us here at the Frontier Football Championship, thanks for joining us for this unforgettable showdown. When these cowpokes and cattle clash, you're guaranteed the finest display of horsemanship and rope work this
Texas
side
Drovers
of the Mississippi.
versus Oklahoma Beeves,
Keep
Imaginary
your boots
Football
dusty
League.
and
Grab your boots and your
lassos
beef
ready,
jerky.
folks.
Texas Drovers versus Oklahoma Beeves, Imaginary Football League. Grab your boots and your beef jerky. Texas Drovers versus Oklahoma Beeves, Imaginary Football League. Grab your boots and your beef jerky.
Find me on nevermarrieddating.com. Shirts and hoodies tell that special someone you are single without having to talk to them. Order yours now.
I think I messed up. I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Turns out I just needed a shirt. Introducing nevermarrieddating.com apparel, the secret weapon for singles. These shirts and hoodies aren't just comfy, they're conversation starters. Imagine this, you're at a coffee shop sporting your new hoodie and someone asks about it. Boom, instant connection. These clothes shout, "I'm single and ready to mingle," without you having to say a word. Plus, they're perfect for breaking the ice at parties or even while grocery shopping. Forget the dating apps for a while and let your apparel do the flirting. Every piece is designed with love and a sprinkle of humor, making it easier to find someone who gets you. So, why wait? Son, visit nevermarrieddating.com and wear your heart on your sleeve, literally. Nevermarrieddating.com apparel, because sometimes love is just a hoodie away.
Sail the seas of love alone? Fear not, for adventure awaits on nevermarrieddating.com. Picture this, you're a swashbuckling pirate, but instead of plundering treasures, you're seeking the most precious gem of all, a soulmate. Whether you've got a heart of gold or just a gold earring, nevermarrieddating.com has the perfect match for you. Swipe right on fellow adventurers who've never walked the plank of marriage before. With profiles as rich as buried treasure, you'll find someone who makes your heart set sail. From witty messages in bottles to virtual voyages across oceans of conversation, love is just a click away. So hoist the anchor and chart your course to nevermarrieddating.com. Who knows, you might just find the X that marks the spot on your heart. Join today and let your love story be the greatest adventure on the high seas. Our love awaits, mateys.
I think I messed up. I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Turns out I just needed a shirt. Introducing nevermarrieddating.com apparel, the secret weapon for singles. These shirts and hoodies aren't just comfy, they're conversation starters. Imagine this, you're at a coffee shop sporting your new hoodie and someone asks about it. Boom, instant connection. These clothes shout, "I'm single and ready to mingle," without you having to say a word. Plus, they're perfect for breaking the ice at parties or even while grocery shopping. Forget the dating apps for a while and let your apparel do the flirting. Every piece is designed with love and a sprinkle of humor, making it easier to find someone who gets you. So, why wait? Son, visit nevermarrieddating.com and wear your heart on your sleeve, literally. Nevermarrieddating.com apparel, because sometimes love is just a hoodie away.
Find me on nevermarrydating.com. Shirts and hoodies tell that special someone you are single without having to talk to them. Order yours now.